All right, dude, let's talk about these fights. Well, let's just talk about fighting in general because last week we got fucked up and didn't get to talk about Felder and Hooker.
Right. I feel like nobody talked about... Well, people kind of talked about it, but it got blown over because of the Tyson Fury shit.
Yeah,
Tyson
right.
Fury is just the fucking man. He's so cool.
He commands so much attention.
I know. I just want to hug him. I want that fucking hairy chest in my face.
Listen to this. I got a father-in-law story. Andy's my father-in-law. He was in Las Vegas during that fight. So
I remember he called.
Yeah, he called to
Right.
ask if we were watching it, and I should have told him to bet the house on Fury because I knew. And Fury was the underdog, and I knew.
Which is so weird to me that he was the underdog.
I think everyone was so amped up because Wilder's knocked so many people out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got that crazy one-punch power, dude, and it might be better than Tyson's one-punch power because he generates more force being that big. Even though he doesn't weigh that much, at 6'7", you generate a lot of whip in your shoulders, arms, hips. He can really flow with that right hand.
Do they say the reach difference?
I'm sure.
Wilder's got some long arms, dude.
Wilder's got long arms, so he can come deep, right?
Yeah.
And he can swing his hips and come through with that shoulder, and he gets more whip at that height.
Yeah, it is like a whip. It's like a baseball.
Yeah, he can
throw,
whip that right hand, and he's got a lead in that fist, dude. Every fight I've seen that he knocked a guy out, he just hits him, and the dude goes
like
down.
A magic touch kind of.
People don't wobble. He hits you, and you go down.
But his confidence was shaken right immediately.
Fury walked him forward.
Yeah, and I think
Fury talked about after the first fight that on his back foot he fights awkwardly, and I think it's because he's always looking for a right hand and he's always coming forward, right?
Yeah.
So when he's backing up, I think his body, once his momentum's forward, so backing up he doesn't know how to stand or something.
He's just not as good of a boxer. He can't do that.
He's not a good boxer. I've been telling people that.
Yeah.
People are like, what are you talking about? He won a medal in the Olympics 2 years into his boxing career. And that's because of that hand, dude.
Yeah, because he's a freak.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
He's a freak athlete. If he learned MMA, he would fuck the world up.
Oh, dude.
He would fuck the world up. And I think he could learn MMA.
I actually think he'd probably be better at MMA than Tyson Fury.
He would beat John Jones, dude.
I think he would too, if he learned how to do all that.
Yeah.
Just because his freak ability to...
And you know me, I'm a Jones cock rider.
Yeah, but Jones could never punch that hard.
No.
You know?
Nobody in the UFC punches... Well, maybe...
I don't know. I don't think anybody punches that hard in the UFC,
right.
dude.
You're right. Could you swing that hard with...
Maybe Ngannou.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't think of.
Maybe.
That dude is...
But he's how much bigger?
That dude is Deontay Wilder plus 30 pounds of lean muscle.
Yep.
And that's when Deontay just weighed in at 230 something. When they fought the first time, Deontay was like 212 or 209.
I wonder what's Ngannou walk around at?
275, 280.
He cuts down to 265.
65.
Yeah, okay.
He's one of these guys that cuts to get to 265.
Yeah. He's almost 300 pounds and he's got abs. Yeah. What the hell is that?
He's got abs on his back. Dude.
Right. That's awesome. That's Dan Hardy's boulders for shoulders.
Yeah, right. Right. But you're right. Andy was in Vegas.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So Andy's in Vegas and he was at the sauna or something, or the steam room, and he comes out and there's these 3 British guys talking. And he says they're real loud and boisterous, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but every British guy I've ever met was the loudest dude in the room.
I don't know if I've ever met anybody that's British.
I've met a few through the army. And on a couple cruises I went on with my family when I was younger, there were some British people we'd like next to and hung out with or something.
I've never left my hometown.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
But I don't travel. But
he doesn't travel, but he's been to Florida, and I know it.
Yeah.
Because there's this weird thing where my in-laws have a house a mile from where my dad does, which is a mile from where
my grandpa had
his grandpa had one.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 other people that I know. Someone from work, a girl we know, all have places right there in Fort Myers, which is so strange.
Yeah. I think it's just...
a cool place.
But Ohio...
It
is a cool place, man.
Everyone in Fort Myers, where are you from? Because no one's from Fort Myers.
Yeah, exactly.
But Andy's out in Vegas, yada yada, at the steam room. 3 British guys talking loud. And Andy says, "Are you guys here for the fights?" And they go, "Yeah, we're going to them." Because it was the day of the fight.
Oh, wow.
And Andy said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I think Fury will get him, yada yada." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I'll let him know. He's my cousin, mate. I'm Nick Fury."
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Crazy.
Andy, are you bullshitting us?
Andy said he didn't believe him. But I said, maybe. He said he's a huge guy.
Huh.
Wouldn't that be wild?
They're probably all giants. His brother.
Him with just a big afro. I love it.
Exactly.
I love how much they love each other, too. It's great.
That's cool. Man, old photos of him when he was like... Did he almost get to 400 pounds?
Yeah.
He
did a bunch of blow and thought he was going to drive his Porsche off a bridge and went, I'm going to win the world title. Actually, I'll win all of them. And now he's going to take it from Joshua, I think, because...
He would whoop Joshua's ass.
He's beat Joshua, and there's no way... What's his name? Who's Joshua's... his Don King? He's an ex-boxer. Eddie Hearns.
I don't know.
Eddie Hearns.
That's his manager?
Yeah, right.
Huh.
And his manager already fucked up once by taking that Ruiz fight on short notice, and he got knocked the fuck out, so I don't think he's going to take it.
It was like Joshua was tired or something was off in that fight, though.
They say he got knocked out 2 weeks before that in training camp.
And
they say he was having second thoughts about going out there because of how soon he had been knocked out.
Yeah, he just looked tired. It's weird how a knockout can make you just... I don't know. How that just affects those dudes so much.
Right.
So last night, I can't even say his name.
Yeah.
Figueiredo.
And Benavidez. Benavidez and
Figueiredo. I had a feeling Figueiredo was going to win because he's so much better looking.
Better looking... Well, Freddy Krueger is better looking than Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah, that's what I kept noticing. All the videos they keep putting up of him is... Damn!
And he's married to the girl that...
Yeah.
Megan O'Leary, who is the chick that's always standing in the way of the fighters on the way out of the fucking back entrance, saying nothing at all.
Yeah, one of my favorite things every UFC is she'll be in the middle of talking and the camera cuts away from her, and I love it.
And she's usually just going, John Jones is John Jones. This is John Jones, and we're in Albuquerque, and John.
Yeah, but man, does she probably get paid.
She gets paid, and she probably... I wonder if she's bigger than her husband, who fights at 125 pounds.
Yeah, they're both little, but... Man, so he's had 3 championship fights and lost them all.
Well, last night...
knocked out twice. 2 times, I think. Yeah, he got knocked out by DJ.
He's the only one that ever beat Cejudo, right?
He beat Cejudo, but I don't know if he's the only one, though. I feel like he's lost twice, maybe.
Yeah, because he lost to DJ once.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Bada bing, bada boom. But Figueiredo...
He missed weight.
I'm never going to say... He missed weight.
The fuckwad.
Which sucks because he kicked ass. He's an awesome fighter.
He can take a lick, too.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of knockouts for 125 pounds,
He's a monster, dude.
He just blasted... Okay, did you see...
His confidence was fucking up, dude. You could tell he was ready to... He knew he was going to win.
He doesn't think he's going to lose. Has he lost?
I don't think he's lost. I think he does have one loss. I'm pretty sure he does have one loss.
Yep, 18-1.
He is... I just kept... And then when he almost got that arm bar, goddamn. But we were talking about getting knocked out and how that can affect you. There was a headbutt.
He lost to Jussier Formiga. Who is... Benavidez just beat him.
But there was the headbutt.
The headbutt fucked Benavidez
I think
up
so.
Because blood was dripping right into his eye immediately.
But that was
he started doing like this. He saw the blood, and when he looked back, here was a straight right. Or it was a left. He's a southpaw, right?
Oh, shit. I can't.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The straight came and bam!
Yeah.
He was out.
Yeah.
Well, was he out? I didn't watch the replay enough times to. I just know he dropped and Figueiredo.
I think it was a TKO.
Started just pop, pop, pop. This guy rides water buffalo.
Dude, he definitely won round 1 too.
How do you get your hair that good?
The hair is cool as fuck.
Insane.
Cool as
Every
fuck.
fight, it's that sweet.
Yeah, it sucks he didn't make weight. What a mo.
Yeah, he should be the champ. Well, first of all, if you don't make weight, dude, let's talk about that real quick because that's insane. If you're a professional athlete, high school kids are making weight at wrestling.
Right. Come on.
They're not missing weight. And you're a professional athlete. You're about to win the world title, and you didn't have enough respect to lose 2 more pounds.
Right.
And when they gave you a little bit longer,
you just
said, no, I'm not going to drop any more weight.
He said, did you see the interview?
No, I read something.
Yeah, that his dietitian said, no, don't stop trying to cut weight, I guess.
Mm.
So,
well, that's different.
I guess.
If a doctor tells you can't stop it.
I don't think any doctor is going to recommend cutting weight like they do for...
Probably not, but right? You made 125 how many other times? So what did you do differently or more lazy this time? And did you not take it?
Right.
Because you knock everybody out, did you not take it seriously or something?
He never has missed weight before, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was another guy in the first fight on the main card.
Yeah, you said there was a lot of missed weight yesterday, right?
I think his name was Dawson. He missed by 4 pounds.
Yeah. So I missed weight in high school wrestling a couple of times. I shouldn't have been cutting when I was going. I was cutting down to weight classes I wasn't normally at. You know, it was me trying to go halfway through the season. I'm going down another. You know, I think it's stupid. I like when I hear about fighters who are hardly cutting. I like that.
Yeah, I like walk around guys. Yeah, that just walk around at that weight.
Right. Or like John Jones. You know, he isn't cutting much.
Yeah, 15, 20 pounds. Probably 20, 25.
But. I mean, and I kind of respect that Cejudo won it and said, fuck that. I'm not cutting down there anymore. I get that.
Yeah, if it's hard, it's hard.
It's hard.
And maybe Figueiredo needs to notice it's hard and start fighting to 35.
Right.
Because that's 10 more pounds you don't have to lose. So.
And Cejudo did miss weight a couple times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so.
A lot of guys miss weight at those lower weight classes, but this guy, Dawson, was 145. He was huge for 145.
Was he? I sure hope... the body himself doesn't miss weight against Sanya. Because he's
this weekend.
Yeah, and he's missed it before on title fights, dude. He missed it with Whitaker.
If you miss it on a title fight, I feel like that's fucked up.
I don't get that. How could you miss it on a title fight, dude? But I felt like I was doing everything I could, but I hadn't made that weight before. I hadn't made it that year at least. It had been a long time, like when I missed it in wrestling. So I don't know. You got one thing to do. You think that's all you would do.
That's the most important thing.
I was in high school. I was thinking about having sex
constantly.
Right.
Every minute of every day.
It. Right. With anything. Wow,
that gym teacher's real ugly, but I wonder what her ass looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Uh-oh. Gym class. Oh, no. You know.
Right. Clean it up.
Everybody.
Oh.
And then... Yeah, so that Dawson-Minner fight, the opening fight on the card, was Dawson versus Minner, and I wrote it down because it was just a scramble fest, dude.
You liked it. What weight was it? 35?
145.
45.
It was a scramble fest. Minner's just trying to throw every submission he can. He attempted the guillotine probably 12 times. I was getting annoyed by that.
Yeah.
But Dawson just kept picking him up, slamming him down, spinning while his neck was in the hold, got out of every single one. And then in the second round, that guy, the submission dude that's just throwing all these submission attempts, constant guillotines, turns and gives up his back and gets rear naked choked in 2 seconds. I was like, what? You're the jiu-jitsu guy. And you just turned and gave up your back and neck and got choked out.
I think it's when they get tired, man. You get tired and or you're tired of getting hit in the face. The only way to get up sometimes is to turn around, you know?
Right.
But that's...
The next fight after that was Megan Anderson and Norma Dumont. And Norma Dumont was 4-0 coming into that fight. She's a thick one for 145.
But Megan knocked her out?
Jiggle thighs, dude.
Jiggle thighs.
A fighter with jiggle thighs.
Megan.
No.
Oh.
Megan's like 6 foot something.
And just hard. Or at least you are.
Like a sheet of plywood. She looks like she's made out of something.
Really?
Yeah. And it's white. Whatever it is very white. She knocked her out in round 1.
My wife is very pale.
Oh,
watch
pale.
what you're saying.
Yeah. No, she's pale. She's actually right here. You can't see her. The light's drowning her out. Anderson won by knockout. And then the next fight was another first rounder at the end of the first round.
That's always good. It gets boring after a while,
let's
right?
not drag this on.
Come on.
I don't know either one of those guys.
Yeah, then fuck them.
Ian Kudalaba and Magomed Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Magomed won. And then Felicia Spencer and Zara Ferrum dos Santos.
Felicia Spencer put it to her, right?
Yeah, but this is what happens. That Zara girl was 5-3 or 6-3 coming into the fight. These girls are getting fed.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm just getting tired of seeing one girl that's like 9-0 fighting a girl that's like 7-5.
Right. What the fuck's the point?
I know there's not enough girls, but
jeez,
we'd rather watch the best 8 girls interweave with each other and fight each other than watch the best girls fight these girls we've never heard of.
Yeah.
Why is Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira a card? Why is that the main event of a card?
I think they're just trying to fill up every weekend now. Yeah. Sometimes I'm kind of done with Anthony Smith.
Yeah, he's overrated. I think he didn't even try and fight John Jones.
Right. He just stood there and got paid.
Yeah.